All right, recording. Okay, so we're going to talk mostly about Facebook. If we have time, I'll go into Instagram also, but I don't know how long this is going to take to go through. So I figured if we focus on Facebook today and we take up the whole time on Facebook, then we can do a whole separate training on Instagram also if we need to. So I think that there's enough content to have 2 separate meetings on each, but we'll see how it goes. If we get through this and everyone feels great, we'll jump right into Instagram too. Okay, so general notes about Facebook is consistency is key. So if you feel like you're not getting where you need to be, always remember that you have to be consistent. If you're going to be hot and cold and it doesn't work the same way. Positivity only. You want to be people to think of you as being a positive, excited person always. So save your drama for your mama and don't post it on social media. It's me. Yep, that's for you, Mom. Okay. Another thing that you want to do is in every post, this is just a general thing, you kind of want to feel something. Like there should be an emotion that is felt, whether it's excitement, it can be curiosity. Curiosity is an emotion. If you feel empowered, if you feel motivated, any of those things, those are all feelings. You want to read through your own post and think like, would this make me pause for a second? Would the picture make me want to look at the words? Would the words make me want to look at the picture? Like sometimes it goes the other way around. But does it make you like want to stop and think something? Because just put yourself in everyone else's place. If you read through this, what would you think? How would you feel? And the goal is to have a feeling, emotion of some kind. The other thing I wanted to say, follow someone you admire. Follow someone that you think has like the perfect newsfeed. And I don't actually friend them, I just follow them. So they just show up in my newsfeed. And then when I'm looking for inspiration or when I'm looking for like, if I feel like my Facebook is just kind of dragging and I'm losing some of that passion, I'll go look at their page because usually I can feel the passion from their page and it reignites that passion back in me and it gives me ideas about what type of page I want to have also. And I will never tell you guys that like I'm like the leader of Facebook or anything because I'm not. But I work it well enough that I get business from it. So I'm not doing horribly. And I will also say I'm probably definitely a do as I say, not as I do. I practice a lot of what I preach, but not all of it consistently always. And depending on what success you're looking for would be the level of commitment that you'd want to these notes. So I'm telling you all of the perfect way to run your business. Do as much of it as you possibly can. The primary thing would be being positive and being consistent would be the 2, and excitement. Excitement, positivity, and consistency are going to be your 3 biggest things that you do want to do no matter what. One other just like housekeeping item for Facebook, whether or not you make yourself private or public is kind of, there's a big debate and you can work it both ways. I would say don't make a business page. You're probably going to be wasting your time. It's really not necessary to do at all. I don't do it. Most top leaders are going to tell you not to also. If you do have a business page, the best way to get your business page to get results is to pay for ads. So I don't put money in my business until I have money to put into my business. And so for a lot of people who are starting, if you run your business through a business page on social media and people are going to be looking to follow your lead as your new distributors, and you're going to say, I need you to put $100 a week into paid advertising. A lot of people are going to be like, well, I need to make money. Like, I can't do that. How am I going to do that? So you want to be able to show people ways to work their business where they don't have to put money into it. So that's why I use my personal page. Hide your friends list. You don't want people to be able to see who your friends are and to friend your friends. So go check in your settings and make sure that your friends list is not public for everyone to view.
Do you want your friends to be able to see your friends or no?
I don't let my friends see my friends at all because there's other friends that are also doing the same thing that we're doing, and it's just
redundant.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea, and all the leaders are going to tell you to hide your friends list. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the final thing. Actually, I'm going to save that for later. Okay. Can I need a pen for myself? There we go. I need to remember to go back to that one item. All right, so we've talked about this before, but one of the main things that we do is we make friends. So the biggest thing you're going to have to do on your social media, however many friends you have now, you still need more. You're going to have to always be getting new friends and continually growing your network. So you have to add people. So this is one of our topics. You can do that on Facebook through searching for places and searching for things that you're interested in. So I think that it's really good to go into groups. I like to search for something you're interested in a group and make friends in groups and be active in those groups. But if you don't know what you're interested in, because honestly, I can't tell you how many people are like, I don't know what to search. I don't know what my interests are. Think about it this way. If you had all of the money and all of the time in the world and no children, what would you do? Would you go hiking? Would you be on a beach in Bora Bora? What would you be doing? Because whatever the thing is that you would be doing to waste your time, how would you waste your time if you had nothing scheduled at all and unlimited amounts of money? Whatever that thing is, that's what you're interested in. And those are the groups that you want to be in. And that's kind of how you want to brand yourself as whatever that thing is. So like I'm always on the water. I have the mermaid thing. I'm always posting about stuff like that. But you can do, for people who don't know what that thing is, that's a good way to think about what it is. For those of you that do already know what you would be interested in, then just search it on Facebook and find groups and get added to all those groups. So maybe you have hobbies or whatever. I don't know. You guys look very confused at Shelly's house. Are you guys good?
No, can you hear me?
No,
Barely.
not really. You're really quiet.
Okay, that's why.
Oh, hold on.
That's what we were trying to figure out.
If we could hear you. I just turned my volume up louder. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I asked the question earlier, but I was like, wait, is it on mute? I don't know.
We can barely hear you. And
Yeah.
are you on the phone?
No. It's
Wait.
Right? Don't move wherever you are right now because now we can hear you.
So maybe it's on the phone?
No, we lost you. Now we can't hear you at all. It doesn't have to do what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, now try.
I was saying, like, so that your friends can't see it, your friends list, you have to do that from the computer, right? Not just like your iPhone.
Oh, I thought you could do it from your phone.
No.
Mine's already set up that way. Right.
So you could see it?
So I went
Yes, on the screen.
Hi. I went to settings, and then this little thing comes up. Okay, and then I went to account settings, and then privacy,
Maybe.
and then who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow, and you can click it and put only me.
Go back a little ways.
Is that just for following or is that for friends too?
You can see.
You
Let's
see
kind
my
of go to your
friends?
page now. Go to your page right now.
We're gonna check to make sure that works.
Under account settings, what is it?
In the Facebook app, I went to settings and then account settings and then privacy.
Privacy. Okay. And then what?
And then it says who can see my stuff is the first like section. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You're gonna click the second one. Who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow?
This one.
And I have mine checked to only me.
So when I went to her page, the only thing it would tell me is it told me our mutual friends, but it would, when I clicked on all friends, it said there's nothing here to show.
Okay. Yeah. I think I did it. See if you can see my friends.
Maybe trial and error it when we're done, like everyone try to do it, and then when we're done,
Yeah.
we'll look at each other's pages and see if it works or not.
Got it.
Because, okay, that'll work and stuff. Because if you're friends with people, I can still see it on their friends. Because sometimes when I go to friend somebody, you've already friended them, so I'm like, nope, that's so.
See, yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
So part of the reason why you want to do that is because one of the things that we do to make friends is I friend my friends' friends.
You do?
So they can't do that then. Yeah. So I go through my friends list and I look at like girls, and I'll pick girls that are outside on the water and like doing stuff, and like I don't put a whole lot of thought into it, but I kind of look at their page and like, is this someone I would be friends with? Yes or no? And then I from there I decide, like, I just friend them. If I would be friends with this person in real life on my Facebook feed, then I friend them just based on their profile picture and name sometimes.
We'll figure it out.
No, I was going to
Okay, so
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I think you have to look on the computer.
another way that I do it is I look at people who are commenting things that, you know how there's all those ads on Facebook about like, oh, there's a belly band, and like, oh, try this new mascara, and oh, the Wonder Brow, and like all that stuff. I see that all the time. I don't know why it comes up. Like, I've never bought any of that. But anyway, on stuff like that, when people go on there and they tag people and they say, like, ask questions themselves, if they're active on those ad pages, then I add them if there's someone I would be friends with, because those people are in the market to purchase something. Like, they're people who are out there buying stuff on social media. They're active on social media. They're interested in looking at ads on social media. So those are people that are going to be good target market people for us. So that's another way I find people. I also find people who are looking for jobs, looking for income, any type of ad like that. The more you search it, the more Facebook will recognize that you're interested in it, and it will show you more options. Yes. So you know how Facebook like does that? It like watches you all the time. Yeah, stick stuff in your face. So I search for things that I know that my target market would be searching for, like saving money tips or couponing and things like that. And then when Facebook pops up a bunch of ads about those things, I friend the people who are commenting on that. So that's another great way to find people that are looking for income. There are also groups, and you actually taught me this, the New Zealand groups for jobs.
Yeah.
You talk about that, because I stole this from you. So.
I have no idea how I found it, but I was looking at different groups in New Zealand and in Australia and
countries that were
countries
located
that were in.
Yeah.
And I found one that was like, it was called Backpacker Jobs. And I asked to be a part of it, and they added me, so.
Sorry.
It's okay. And they added me, so whenever people say, oh, I need a job, you know, I'm going to be in this location, blah, 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 I'll reach out to them and say, hey, you know, you're already on social media. I don't remember what
Would you be interested in learning more about what I do? That's what I would say. I would say, hi, I see you're already on social media. I actually have a business. I work on social media. Would you be interested in learning more about what I do? That's like my intro way that I start. And I muted you guys, by the way, since there was like some clatter and stuff between everyone. So, but feel free to unmute yourselves whenever you have questions. So.
But I literally have that blurb in my notes in my phone, so I literally copy and paste it every time.
Which is why you don't remember what it is.
Exactly.
Because you don't type it
And
out.
people always raise their hand or say that they're interested or message me, so I'll private message them the information.
Yeah. And I've made comments in groups like that also. I've done the same thing. Sometimes I make a comment. Sometimes I just friend people that are in there. If they're in that group, then they have an interest in it. So I'll just friend them, like, just for whatever. And depending on when people ask you why you friended them, because I get that a lot, it depends on the person. If I can see that the person is from New Zealand, I tell people I'm so interested in traveling to New Zealand. So when I find people that are in New Zealand, I instantly follow them. If it's not someone who's in New Zealand, then I might say, I don't know what I normally say, which is actually the truth, is I say, honestly, I can't remember exactly where I saw you, but I know I was on one of some company's page and you had commented on one of their feeds, and I thought what you said was interesting and we might be good friends, which is literally what I'm doing, because I found that they commented on something and I thought we might be friends, so I friended them. So that's what I'm saying that's getting the best results. I've honestly tried a lot of different answers, like a lot, and I felt like nothing that I said worked really, really well other than that. That's the best thing. So I don't know if I'm bothering you, but you're like
No.
in the screen. Okay. So that's about making friends. I had one more thing to talk to you about that. So that, honestly, it's kind of simple. Go and click add friend, add friend, add friend. Anyone you went to high school with, you want to be their friend. Anyone that you have that pops up as like your suggested friends, you want to friend them. People you have a lot of mutual friends with, you friend them. And those people, I just say, when they ask me why, I say, oh, I'm not sure if we've met before, but I saw we had a bunch of mutual friends, so I thought we're bound to meet sometime, so I just friended you. Like, I just kind of make it up as I go along, depending on what's the most honest, truthful, real answer as to why I friended them. Like, well, because I have a bunch of mutual friends, that's why I friended you. It's obvious. Because you live in New Zealand, why would I not friend you? So the other thing I want to tell you guys is this is something that a couple of the top leaders have said that I think makes a really, really big difference. And it is when you are going through and you're purposely friending people. I don't just go through and like randomly do it here or there. I like make, I'm going to spend 15 minutes friending people on Facebook right now as part of my power hour or whatever. What I do, tell yourself, I am going to follow today, right now, my next rock star. This person is going to be a diamond on my team and they're going to kill it. And I'm so excited that I'm going to find them today. It sounds crazy. It sounds stupid, but do it. Do it. And think, what are the chances of all the people that I'm going to friend today? I'm going to friend my rock star today. Doesn't that sound cool though? And it's putting that whole mentality in your head. It's one of those, like, it's speaking it into existence. Speak it before it happens. And don't knock it till you try it, okay? Serious. So try it. Tell yourself right before you get into it, like get yourself all signed up and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. I can't believe that of all the people that are on the internet right now, that person is going to fall into my lap and they're going to be my next rock star. I can't wait. Okay, so that's my last big thing about making friends with people. The next thing that I want to talk about is interacting with people on Facebook. So you might notice that you're not getting a lot of likes and comments from people, and that's really common. Just anyway, when we're on your business posts are always going to get the least amount of likes and comments. That is always going to happen. Don't stress out about it. If it gets nothing, don't worry about it. People still saw it. But I will tell you something. You do want to make sure that those types of posts, Facebook can tell people don't like them as much, so it's going to show them less. Facebook is going to read into it and figure out what types of posts they are, and they're going to put it in people's news feeds less. So you want to get as much interaction going on Facebook so that Facebook thinks that you have great content all the time that people want to see, and that's done by interacting with people. So Jocelyn Yates said, if you want to summarize how to be successful and what to do in this business, that's going to, in 6 words, that's going to be like the key to your business, just 6 words. Here's what they are. Talk to people and follow up. Talk to people and follow up. That's all we do. We talk to people and we follow up. So that starts with talking to people. You have to talk to people. Commenting on people's pictures and statuses is going to be your new best friend. Liking is great. Comment, and even more than liking, if you can use one of the emotions like love or haha or wow, that's going to be even better. This is Josie.
Oh, hi.
I'm dog sitting. As of like 11:30 or 9:30 last night, my neighbor called and asked if I could watch her dog for the next 2 weeks, and so I am.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah. And then at 11:30, that was at 9:30, at 11:30, I got an email from another neighbor asking me if I could go pick her children up today. I've had like this crazy day today. I was supposed to work all day, and instead I've been like driving around all day. Anyway.
Sidetrack. Can I make one comment?
Go for it.
So whenever you're interacting, one of the conferences that I attended said, when you wake up in the morning,
you should
interact with 5 people, either before you get out of bed or while you're having your coffee. Just comment and post or make your interactions with 5 people that morning, and then do it again before you go to bed at night. Because then you're touching 10 people a day, and 10 people times 7 is 70. But I mean, that's on top of everything else that you're doing. But I started.
5 doesn't sound scary to people.
No, 5. I mean, that's doable. I just talked to 5 people when I was driving here. So, so yeah, 5 isn't scary. So 5 in the morning, touch 5 in the morning, and 5 people at night.
Just
the puppy has great manners, right?
wait, she's talking.
Oh, wait, do you want me to unmute you? Are you guys good? I think they're good. Okay, they're good. All right. So compliments. Here's my favorite way to do this is to compliment people. When you compliment people, you want to say a compliment and then follow with a question because you want to create interaction with someone. You want to create a relationship with them, a genuine relationship. So don't just go out there and be like, I'm going to create these fake relationships so I can sell them stuff. Like, don't do that. Don't be those people. Create real friendships because that's what's going to last in your business and in your life. It's what's going to be the best thing you can do. So here's what you do. You compliment someone. Oh my gosh, I love your purse. And then you follow up with a question. Where did you get it? What brand is it? What color is it? Your kids are so cute. How old is she now? That's a great part. Where is that? Anything like that. So in almost every picture, I like your shirt. Where, whatever you want to say about it. Anything like that. It takes some practice, but just get it into your head that when you're messaging, when you're commenting, you're going to comment, get down, Josie. You're going to comment a compliment followed by a question, always. It makes it easy to be a good friend that way because that's what you're trying to do is be a good person, be a good friend. And it can be hard when you're scrolling through and you're like, what do I say? Like, I don't know what to say to somebody. Like, how am I going to create friendships with this random stranger I just friended on Facebook? I have no idea. Compliment and ask a question. That is exactly how you're going to do it. Be genuine. That was the last thing I had for that. For people's birthdays, send them a message. Don't just post on their wall. Posting on their wall is great and all, but I know from my own personal experience, you guys can maybe relate to this. You get so many messages or so many people posting on your wall that like I don't even see who all did it. It's like 40 people posted on your wall. If you don't log into Facebook every 10 minutes on your birthday, it's like just summarizes them all in this big group. So you don't see it
Facebook won't even let you hardly see them.
Yeah, but then Leah had this other thing she wanted to add about it.
So if you do, I know a lot of friends who don't check their messages. So those friends I do comment on their walls, but whenever I do, I either add a picture or do a funny meme or something along those lines because then I don't remember what meme I used, but it was some funny birthday thing, and so some girl liked it and commented on it. So then I started a conversation with her and friended her. So it starts conversation with some of their friends, and it adds it to the top of the thing, so you have to see it.
Yeah, if you have a picture, then it changes the way that it goes into the algorithm for your birthday posts. So they're going to see your interaction with them. Okay. I wrote something. I don't really know what I meant. I wrote messages for following up. I think where I was going with this was a lot of times if I'm talking to someone, I will take the conversation out of their post and bring it into a message and follow up with whatever conversation we're having in a message. So maybe someone says, maybe I say, I like your purse, what brand is it? And they tell me what brand it is. And then maybe I'll send them a private message and say, where do they have that brand? Or something like that. I'm just trying to come up with an example and it's hard to do. But
Harvey.
I don't know what that's about. Harvey, So take that conversation somewhere else into messages so that it turns into like a bigger conversation. And that person now is like, you're like one of their friends. You're having a private conversation with them. Is Laura here? No, she's not here. She her son has a baseball game tonight. So she is that you're hoping she's at the door? She's asked me to record it so that she could watch it because her son has a baseball game. So, okay, the next thing we're going to talk about are engagement posts. And Shelly did an awesome one today. So Shelly, maybe do you want to talk about what engagement posts are? I unmuted you.
Oh, I'm not on mute anymore. Okay, so I did one a while ago.
Okay, no one can hear you again. I don't know what it is. Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. I did this silly engagement post, and it was about a tomato and mayo sandwich. It sounds so stupid, but I asked a genuine question because I had never had one before, and it was, I don't know if I even want to try this, but I've heard so many people, and I just posted a picture of a tomato and mayo sandwich, and I got like 106 comments within 2 days. And people were going back and forth, like arguing with each other, not arguing, but like, talking back and forth about the best tomato and mayo sandwich. And I got a bunch of people that had I've never even talked to before. They just chimed in. because it was exciting. You know, people love to talk about food. But anything that you can put on your Facebook that's going to get people to want to write to you. So
yeah, asking opinions about things is a really good one. Asking, especially when it comes to you personally. Now, a lot of mine are just like random ones, but like if you ask someone, should I do my hair like this or like that? People love having input in those things. Should I dye my hair this color or this color? People get so excited about it, and you can do literally nothing with your hair ever. It doesn't matter because people love that, like, you ask them about yourself and that they get to have an input in that. Or should I wear this shirt or this shirt to this event? Like, people love this. Girls love to chime in on stuff like that. Like, I totally send my best friend stuff like that all the time. I'll be like,
I love doing, and this is something that you can do like once a week, is you can say, hey, I need inspiration for my nails. I want to get my nails done. Can, like, show me a picture of your nails if you have them done right now. And I get like a billion pictures.
yes.
That's another favorite one that can be done over and over and over again.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I just did one that was about, it was drop a blue dot or a red dot.
Red dot.
Yeah, and I got a ton on that one. It was like, if you could fast forward to being 40 and you would have all the money and you would have like $5 million, or if you could go back to being 10 but have all the knowledge you have now, which would you pick? And that's one of those things that, like, people are like, oh, I don't know. And I had people all over on that one too. There's actually, in Rapaholics, there's actually a whole list of engagement posts. I don't know if you guys know that. I can tag you in it, but there's an entire section that is literally just about engagement posts because they're so important. So the whole reason why we do these posts is because when people comment and interact with you, Facebook thinks you must be super cool. Like, all these people want to talk to you, all these people like your posts. Okay, well then you must be cool. So then your next post that you do after that is going to be on everyone's newsfeed. So you do an engagement post once or twice a week, and then Facebook thinks you're the coolest person ever, and it shows all of your content to everyone on their newsfeeds. That's the reason why you do it, and it really does make a big difference. So another thing you can do is, so I've done this before, we can do this if you want, where you take a calendar and you literally write down an engagement post for every day, and then everyone takes a different day of the week to do it. So, you know, you can be like, I'll be on Mondays, you'll be this day, whatever. Or you do one for the week or something like that. And then everyone picks a different day that they use that same engagement post. So we're not all posting the same thing on the same day. Which brings me to another thing. If you guys are taking posts from other people and from us and from Evernote and all that stuff, you want to change something. So Deanna posted about how she had such great success in her fat fighter post today. And then now I see it on everyone's feed. Well, the more we start doing that, the more Facebook is like, well, everyone's already seen this before. I'm going to stop show it to as many people. So if I post the exact same thing that she posted now, today, it's not going to reach as many people as it would if I did it in a week or so, or if I change a lot of the words of it, because more words, like maybe I'll change pizza to ice cream, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to change it so that Facebook thinks it's something original and that people are still going to want to see what it is. So make sure you do that. Sorry. See where I said she's a puppy?
It's okay.
Okay.
Go get us a dad.
All right. So now we're going to go into the fundamentals of posting. There's something called a 3-3 rule. I'm going to mute everyone again just for a second. Okay, so the 3-3 rule is that you are going to post 3 times a day about the business and 3 times a day about the opportunity, or that's the same thing, about the products. So the business and opportunity gets 3 posts, and then the products, and like basically you're trying to get 3 DT posts and 3 LC posts in a day. And you should do that at 3 different times of the day. Morning, we have 10 minutes left. Morning, lunchish time, so that can be between like 11:30 and 1:30. And then in the evening when people are either about to leave work, because when people are like waiting for the clock to run out for it to get 5 o'clock, like 4:50 or 4:45, 4:30, those are good times to post because people are on their phone right before they leave because they want to leave. They don't want to be working. and then after people get home. And that varies for people because like you moms can probably relate to this where some people get home and their days are really busy. They just picked up kids from daycare, they have to do dinner, they have to do bath time, all of that. So I usually do a little bit later in the day when moms are like finally sitting down at 8:30, 9 o'clock and hopefully getting to relax for a second. And just think about when are you on Facebook? That's exactly when you want to post. But you want to post within that time frame, 3 and 3. And so when you post, you also want to make sure that you're not posting on Facebook within about, I don't post more often than about every 3 hours is what I try to do. So if you post more frequent than every 3 hours, you're actually fighting yourself in the algorithm. Facebook is reaching out and it's dropping your post in different news feeds all over the place. And if you post again, Facebook is going to stop dropping that previous thing that you had initially posted in people's feeds, and it's going to start battling it with the other one because they're too close together. So 3 to 4 hours is about the sweet spot where you're not going to be battling yourself, and that's about the life of a post. It's typically going to be 3 to 4 hours. But if you have something like your interaction posts, you'll see that they'll get interaction for days. Every time someone comments on it, it'll pop back up in people's news feeds because Facebook's like, wow, people still like this post. Okay, let's show it some more. So that's why that works that way. So you want to follow the 3-3 rule. If you're trying to be consistent, and for those of you who in my challenge today said that social media was the route that you think you're going to be best at, then having a 3-3 rule and sticking to it is going to be really important for you. Buffer is also going to be your best friend. Even though this is what I do full time, I have to use Buffer. On the days I don't set up my Buffer, I'm like, I'll just post tomorrow, it'll be fine. I don't, not nearly enough. And it'll be like 6 p.m. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know, I think I posted once today on Facebook. Whoopsies. So I just use Buffer. I will say this though, if you can set yourself a reminder to post naturally, post that they say organically posting. If you organically post, Facebook's going to show it to more people. Facebook knows when you're pre-posting and when you're not, and it knows when you're using Buffer, and it will show it to less people's news feeds. For me personally, I would rather it show it in less people's news feeds than for me to forget and have nothing to go on anyone's news feeds. So for me, I would still say that like Buffer is the way to go. That's my personal opinion. If you can remember and set yourself a timer and do it, then that's awesome, and go do that. I also use Evernote. So we had talked about finding someone that you admire and you really like on social media that you think like has like the perfect social media platform that you would like to mirror their newsfeed. Take their stuff and put it in your Evernote. I use Evernote as a storage to store all of my post ideas. I have it 2 different folders. I have one for opportunity and one for products. Then I have my products divided into different sections per product, so that if I want to focus on hair, skin, nails, I can go to my hair, skin, nail folder and take some pictures from there. When I see posts that I love, like Deanna's post from today that everyone already did, I'm going to go put that in my Evernote because it's a great post, but I don't want to do it today because everyone did it today. So I'm going to wait a week or so and then I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to do it today when everyone else did. So that's a great idea to like grab it and stick it in there for later. And then I also feel like it helps me to organize my time better because I will spend focused time on finding posts. And like, I'm going to spend an hour, I'm going to go load up my Evernote with new content right now. And I'll do that. And then when I'm trying to find something to post, I'm not like skimming and like, oh, what do I find right now? And like, no, I'll just go look at my good content that I already know that I like, and I'll just grab something from it. It's a lot faster.
No.
Sit.
Sit.
All right. She does. So morning motivation is a great post also. Starting your day with something motivational. People love to see that stuff first thing in the morning. So that's a great thing. I like to use inspirational quotes. If you have the time, this is one of those things, it's like, in the ideal perfect world, I'll do this every day. In reality, if you can do it here and there, that's awesome. Whatever works for you, the more the better, but don't sweat it. When you find great quotes that you love, make it an original picture for it. Sorry. This puppy is ridiculous. It's like climbing in everyone's lap.
It just goes from lap to lap. I was trying to not pet her. I was like, no, sit. And she's like,
I'm sorry, I'm reinforcing your bad behavior.
It's not my dog. Okay, so yeah, so I use word swag. So I just take like a background. I did one today, actually. I did one this morning. If you want to go see what I did it on word swag. I just pick a cute background and I change the font and make it cute, and I just type what I saw on Pinterest into word swag and make my own quote picture for it. When it's original content and no one else in the world has ever seen it, if Facebook has never seen it, Facebook is going to show it to a lot more people because it's like, ooh, this is something new and cool. Same thing as like if I went to the top of a mountain and took a picture. I bet you everyone on Facebook would love that, right? It's really cool. It's original. It's the exact same thing. So Facebook thinks it's really cool, wants to show it to everyone. So that's awesome if you can. Going live is going to make a big, big, big impact in how much your different content is seen everywhere. So Facebook's newest features are going to be posted the most in people's news feeds. So the colors in the background, if you make a status and you can put a color in the background of it, that's going to go to more people. If you go live, that's going to go to more people. Whatever Facebook releases as a new, I don't know, new cool thing, whatever the new cool thing is on Facebook, the more you use that, the more Facebook is going to show your stuff because it likes that you're basically promoting Facebook for Facebook. It's like, check out Facebook's new cool thing. It thinks you're cool because you know about it, and so it shows your stuff everywhere. So that's also good to know. Going live has a huge impact on the Facebook algorithm. The more you go live, the more it notifies more people. So the frequency of your lives makes an impact also. The content of your live is not as important as people tend to think that it is. So people want to say, like, get these stories together. I actually have this list of all these stories. I'm like, I'm going to go live and say all these stories. And I've actually said a couple of them, but it's not that important. It's not that serious. It doesn't have to be you. Can you tell your story about your mom?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my mom, she did this challenge and she went live every single day. And it wasn't about her business. It was about her chickens. My mom loves her chickens. So she has a chicken coop. I don't even know how many she has. Now she sells babies if anybody's interested. So anyway, my mom would go live about all of her chickens, and I would have people, mutual friends, tell me that I would see in person and say, oh my God, I love all of your mom's chicken videos. I can't wait to see what she posts tomorrow. But she was very consistent with it, and it was just something that she was passionate about, and she went live every day, and people loved it.
We're going to get kicked out right now, so I'm going to hop out in this meeting and hop right back in. So I will see you guys in 2 seconds.